Ever get that itch? You know, the one just won't quit. Dry skin pops up at the worst times. Now
Worse.
imagine that, but it's like your daily reality.
Yeah.
That's psoriasis. And today, we're going deep. A fascinating link. Actually, autism and psoriasis.
Interesting.
We had a listener request this one.
Oh, wow.
Big thanks to cheapaba.com. Their research is, like, eye-opening.
Excellent source.
So this connection, it matters. Even if you're like, psoriasis, not my thing. It's about how our health, it's all connected, you know?
It really is. And this is why we can't just, like, treat symptoms in isolation. People think psoriasis, oh, it's just skin.
Right, right.
But it's way more chronic, autoimmune. Your immune system is basically
you.
attacking your own skin cells. They multiply like crazy.
On that control, like that car factory example, right?
Addict analogy.
Instead of making like a normal amount of cars.
They're churning them out. Bam, bam, bam. Pile up. System overload. And your body's like, that factory just constantly trying to deal with all this extra skin cell production. It's
Intense.
itchy, painful, and then how it looks. That does a number on your mental health, too.
Totally. Not just physical. It's emotional, social. And get this. cheapaba.com, they found people with autism 2 to 3 times more likely to have psoriasis.
Wow, that's huge.
Compared to people without autism. That's
significant. Makes
Yeah.
you wonder, why? Why is there this link? What does it mean if you've got both?
exactly what does it mean. And that's what we're going to unpack. So it's not like one causes the other.
Right. Not that simple. It's nuanced. But cheapaba.com, they point to a few things. One, genetics. Both autism, psoriasis, seems like genes are involved.
Okay, so if it runs in your family.
Exactly. Predisposition, like some families, everyone's tall, or, red hair.
Right, you inherit those things.
Could be specific genes that make you more likely to get either or both of these. And if we understood those genes better...
That could change everything.
Exactly. Treatments, support, the whole game. It's like a whole other level of understanding. And this research, it's like, whoa, the immune system, right?
Right.
You said psoriasis, it's autoimmune.
Right, attacking your own body.
But now, more and more, it seems like autism, too, the immune system plays a part.
So it's not working quite right?
Yeah, in both cases. Not always like a full-on attack, but something's off. Dysregulation, they call it. And finding that overlap means there's a deeper connection there.
Deeper than we even understand yet.
Exactly.
Okay, but what about the sensory stuff? Because cheapaba.com, they mention that. And that's huge with autism, right?
Huge. Think about it. A lot of autistic people, things are just more intense, lights, sounds, textures.
Yeah.
Now, add psoriasis on top of that. The itching, the burning, dryness.
Already intense. Now it's like...
Times 10. And that can mess with you. Stress, anxiety, which then...
makes the psoriasis worse.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah.
That's why you need to treat the whole person, not just, oh, here's cream for that.
Holistic, right.
100%. Because it's never just one thing. cheapaba.com, they pointed out, anxiety, depression, other health stuff, it's often there too, alongside autism.
So you're dealing with all that. PLUS, the psoriasis.
And that's where you need compassion, understanding. It really highlights how important good care is.
And this is for everyone listening, even if psoriasis, autism, not your world. This deep dive, it shows us something big.
Our bodies, our minds, it's all connected. You tweak one thing.
There's a ripple effect.
Exactly. Knowing that, it helps you advocate for yourself, your kids, whoever.
Ask the right questions.
Find doctors who get it. Create a good environment. That's powerful stuff.
Speaking of which, cheapaba.com had some advice for people navigating both these things.
Yeah, really practical stuff. Like finding a doctor, it's not enough to just be good with psoriasis.
They got to understand the autism part too.
They've got to get it. The sensory stuff, how to talk to someone who's overwhelmed. Otherwise, the care's not going to work as well.
You need someone who can connect those dots.
100%. And beyond the doctor's office, think about the environment.
It makes a huge difference, I bet, if everything's already, like, overwhelming.
Totally. Harsh lights, strong smells, even, like, scratchy clothes.
Yeah, that's bad for anyone.
But for someone with sensory stuff going on, forget it. So creating that calm space, really important. And then cheapaba.com, they were big on the skincare routine.
Makes sense, but like we said, even picking the right lotion, that could be hard.
Oh, for sure. Lotion, soap, anything you put on your skin, if it's got a weird texture or the smell is too much.
And some people are sensitive to that.
It's a no-go. Won't use it. So a dermatologist who really gets autism, that's key.
To help figure out those little things.
Absolutely. And then, I know we keep saying it, but emotional support, can't forget that. person going through this, their family, everyone.
It's a lot to handle, for sure.
So finding a therapist, support groups, huge help, especially groups for these conditions, you know?
Where people just get it.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, someone else who understands. That makes all the difference.
So powerful. Now, I got to say, one thing from cheapaba.com kind of stuck with me. They said about 30% of people with autism might have skin problems, like psoriasis.
Interesting.
Because then you think, what about the other 70%?
Right. What's going on there?
Are there other things, other links we just haven't found yet? Makes you think, wow, we still have a lot to learn about autism, about how it affects your health.
So much. We're just scratching the surface, you know? But that's the exciting part. Keep asking, keep researching, keep listening to people, to families.
There are stories. That's how we'll figure this out.
Exactly.
And hey, if you're listening, you want to learn more, we'll link to cheapaba.com and other resources too in the show notes. This was fascinating. I'm glad we did this deep dive.
That too, really important stuff.
And this is just the beginning, right? So many more topics, connections to uncover. We'll keep digging, bring you guys along for the ride. Until next time, keep those brains working and send us your questions.